Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. This is our series number 2 regarding these discussions that we have to take or we need to walk through. This is regarding the TSNotify, which is the task scheduler notification, guys. So early on we have this we captured our time. We just continue with this our discussion, guys. We just continue so that we can capture our time, guys. So early on we have this the ending our previous introduction regarding this TSNotify. So right now I prefer here to capture our time again to install this Cobra CLI application, guys. So right now I need I set up in our, if you don't know yet, you can take back we can take a look on my previous video regarding on how to install the Cobra CLI, which is the modern CLI program that we are using here in Golang. This is most popular CLI program there, modern CLI, that we can use in our Go program, guys. So you can just go ahead and install. These are all the basic installation for the Cobra CLI, guys. So we always have this what they call this CFD, which is these are all from the package, guys. You can check their github.com /spf13 and then the Cobra. Then you can have all these installations there. As usual, we have this root command here, and then the Cobra, this block of code here. And then right now I put the host name. Later part I will explain. So in these settings we also have this execute. These are all standard code, guys, so you can just copy over here. And then only here I will as usual I will put all together this information to our config, our own config package, internal package, which is under this folder. I created this folder, and then the settings there. You can add multiple files here inside this internal package in Golang. So if you don't know, if you just jump to this tutorial series here, but you just started learning Golang, I suggest that you can go back to my previous video also regarding on getting started with Golang, regarding all these settings here, all these folder structures in Golang. So you can take a look on that video. If not, then we can just continue here. Right now I created this config package, internal package, so that we can organize our code, guys. So this is the internal package here, the package config. Then as usual I put all the constant variables there that we can use in our program, guys. So this is as usual. This is our app name, display name. These are all exportable. As you can see that these are all the first letter is all capital, guys. So all this naming, guys. Okay, so we can just go ahead. This one is a task scheduler. This is our app description, and then our app version here, and then this is will be used in our encryption. If you don't know yet our encryption, you can take a look also in my previous video, guys, regarding encrypting Golang, any classified text that we are about to encrypt. Then you can have all this secret key here. Okay, guys, so the encryption and decryption in Golang using the AIS. So you can take a look on my previous video. As usual also, guys, I created all these things. This what they call the body HTML, the content HTML, all these things. We need these, guys, because these are all HTML tags, guys. I have this body HTML. This is later part. We will use this to send email regarding what they call, we will receive a notification when there is an event triggered based on our what they call the event ID, guys. So these are all HTML things. You can have all this HTML here, the basic table, all this. If you don't know the HTML, I think this everybody know all this HTML one. These are all the basic HTML only. So I just cut short and then concatenate all these please be informed that the following task schedule status triggered an alert from the host name, which computer name that we set up this TSNotify, okay, that we run as a Windows service. So we also have this task name, next runtime, task status, and then all these details here. So we can have all these guys, these are all on notification. Later part we will have this, no worries. So these are all our header. That's why in my previous video, the one what they call this send mail in Golang, how we can send an email using a send grid or a classic SMTP there. If you have a classic SMTP, then you can set up, but now I'm using the send grid since I have the account. You can try that, guys, no worries, in my previous video, and then you can use that package called the Sulat package. You can take a look on my previous video prior to this video. That's why in my previous videos I set up everything, most of the tools and steps that we are about to take prior to this video. Then I explain everything there, so we can just here we can just implement all those tools or all those packages that I built previously. So here we have this HTML here, the header, all these guys, so we can combine together into one HTML that serves as our what they call HTML content or email content using this HTML body, and of course using this Sulat package. Previously I have that. So right now we need to create a config. Right now we don't have a config YAML first, because since we are using the Cobra, the Viper, all these things, guys, so we are using all this configuration here. Later part we will fill in all this information, and then right now in our main, of course we need to just a bare information here only, just to execute the Cobra CLI. So right now all these settings, guys, this cobra.AppName, description, all these long description, we only have these few commands that we are about to create, which is the run. And then if you have, in this tutorial I will discuss about we can add this, what they call if you want to license your application, then per computer, then you can just have this I have another package there, then we can use after we finish all this information, guys. If you plan to license your thing, you want to sell this software, then you can have it, guys. I will show you and I'll walk through with you on how we can add this licensing also, that is a per computer, per machine, guys. So it's a decent enough that we can prevent, but prevent all those cracking things. But in Go is this one is a very good tool, so that I also wrap up all this package, then combine together, that we can use in both Windows OS and what they call in a Linux systems, in a Linux OS. So we can all have this licensing there. So right now okay, so I prepare all the installation, guys, as usual. So to capture our time, we have all these settings here, the Nighthawk, all this. Then we will try to run all the settings here also. So we can here are all the constant variables only, guys. So I'll also have a what you call a function here. Later part we will use all these things. So right now I will try to run this first. Go build again, we try, and then so I will, now it's okay, so we can try to run. So this is now this is a bare information here, guys, about regarding this TSNotify, which is the task scheduler status alert notification app. So right now we don't have the command yet. We will set up everything here, and then we will only have some run command here. This is the main important command only, and then and then the extra thing or extra bonus for this is the license things. So we will walk through with you guys on this run command here. So what they call this execute, these are all the standard guys. No worries about this, these are all the standard commands. And then func init, these are all my thing. This is the OS host name, so we can get all the host name as per the computer there. So we will run this, and then all this Viper configuration, all these must initialize in under the func init. All these settings here, this block of code to initialize the Cobra, and then the Viper also, because the Viper we need this configuration here. Okay, and then as usual I created this this is my own custom guys, because we want the real time when some changes in our configuration here, then we can just reload easily, most especially if our program is constantly running 24/7. So if any of your system administrator or your user or even you yourself change the configuration there, any configurable variable that you change, then our program will automatically reload this, because we have this Viper config change. This is a real-time notification guys, so we need to watch all these things here. So let's continue guys again. This one is these are all the Viper here guys, so you just copy over all these things, because we cannot to capture our time, we just paste all these necessary settings for the Viper. Not all codes, it's not mandatory to memorize all the codes guys. Okay, so we all have this Viper configuration here. Then this one I just added this. If if we don't have this config.YAML file, if some of our users will remove, then I will automatically add this config.YAML file guys, if it's not found in our root directory of our this what do you call, any of our Go programs using this Viper configuration guys, or for example this config.YAML file. So all these things, so these are all the necessary configurations. Now we continue. We will have this what do you call, the settings, then we need this configuration guys. So we will have this as usual, we need to put this all the necessary guys. So this is our program name, and then the version, then like for example 1.010, this is our thing. If you have the backend, so no need this one guys. So we will set up another one, which is the SMTP. Then we need the host. This is the classic SMTP guys, like for example your SMTP dot like if you have something like your own like a gmail.com for example guys, and these are all the settings here. And then the port, which is 465, and then like your username for example. But here we can use our what they call our to encrypt guys. We need to encrypt these usernames, all the sensitive information prior to use this SMTP or the password there also. So but it's up to you how you implement guys, but this is earlier we have this discussion like we need to encrypt the classified text, right? So we can use those tools there that I previously created in our previous video. Then we can implement that here in the username and the password. But we also need to create this function that we can try to we can have this encryption tools in our commands guys. One of the commands in the TSNotify. This is just our additional one. But yeah, normally, because if you want to deploy this, then you can have this encryption. You encrypt the username. For example, here is your email address, or then your password. Of course, you need to encrypt this because this one is a publicly. This one is viewable by other people, guys. So you need to encrypt those sensitive information. And then we need to have this, like for example, we just leave it for a while. Okay, we all have this structure, guys. So if you want to enable this, then by default it's a false, guys. So either true or false here only. Then we also have a send grid here, guys. These are all the SMTP settings. So we need to have the API key here. Then of course we need to encrypt again our API key by using that encryption that I provided for you early on. Like here, guys, I will explain to you that we would like to have in our implementation in TSNotify, we can only use either one of these SMTP or a send grid. This is this part is we can choose by using this enabled and disabled. But if the user try to enable both, then or false both, either one must be enabled, because otherwise we cannot send an email notification when there is an event triggered, guys. This event triggered, this is what I'm talking about, guys. I have this information regarding this. This is our task scheduler, guys. Event viewer here. You can now I'm using the Windows 10. You can just type on the event viewer, then you can just select this if you have that. Normally we have access, guys, so no worries. So under this event viewer, you can scroll down this what you call applications and service logs. Then you can go to the Microsoft services here, and then this one also under the Windows. Then you scroll down, you collapse this information, and then you go scroll down below, which is and then we look for the task scheduler here. So this is the task scheduler, guys. So there is only two here, which is the maintenance and the operational. Normally we will do with the operational only, guys. Normally all these applications here that we are launching right now, our goal is our goal for this TSNotify application, this software that we are about to create, is to capture all these event ID here. Like early on, I created one of our task scheduler, which is for example our Go copy application, guys. This is just for example because I don't have this in my personal laptop here. But if you have the if this is your server side, then most probably you have a lot of things here that you are creating, that you are setting up all this what do you call your task items here. Right now, just show you guys, I created this what do you call the Go copy here. As you can see that I created this new command new items in the task scheduler. I set up this name Go copy just for this example and tutorial, guys. So I created to run this daily, and then I set up repeat task every 1 minute, guys. So I set up all these things here. Okay, so for example, this is your task that you want to monitor, one of your critical tasks that you want to monitor with your boss or something, or you yourself, that any application. As I mentioned again, guys, I will repeat it again. In our Go programs, we don't actually need to schedule in the task scheduler in Windows. This is really not necessary and not required to set up our Go program in the Windows task scheduler, because only those programs like is what I know, C#, .NET, all these things, guys. If you have a console application like what we did in the Go copy, right? We all last time we have these Go copy programs here, for example, guys. Like in C# you have this console application, but this C# console application we don't have the heartbeat. We don't have these Go routines and channels that your program itself can handle all this heartbeat, like you can run a real-time application using this Golang. But in C# we don't have this, guys. So well, what we did is we set up this is what I know, guys, so you can just it's my opinion. So what we did is we always have this task scheduler there. We can always schedule our program, the timing, the schedule every midnight or every 5 minutes or whatever you want to set up here, guys. So we heavily rely on the task scheduler. But in our Go program, we don't need this actually. We don't need this because we have a Go routines. We can check. You can check on my previous videos there on how the Go routines works. This TSNotify will work as a real-time application to catch all these errors here, guys. For example, there is a warning here, 322. This based on the event ID. We will notify, and then the description here. We will send this to our email. All this information here, like the source, the login name, the level, all these keywords, the task category, the logon. There is an event date, the opcode. We will send all this information to our email, guys, using this TSNotify. So we will catch any event errors there. If you like, for example, we will demo in our next video probably, because this is a series, guys, in the TSNotify. So this is very important because other programs really cannot have all these real-time application they want to monitor. Like in our case, we want to monitor critical application that every time, like every 5 minutes or 1 minute, we need to send some data. That any failure of this they cannot send, or the associated account for this item. This is what I'm talking, guys. If any associated accounts, like you run this as a high privilege or something, guys, like which user group, or for example your system administrators group. If this example, if you're using the Windows credentials, guys, like you have the certain policy in your corporate, then if you have this error of these accounts, like for example this account has been locked or something, like the change password or something, guys, probably and definitely your program will not run, because then it will keep throwing errors here, like the red color, something like a critical error here, like this now is a warning, something here. These are all good information. But if you want to capture all those errors, then definitely you cannot. Then definitely you have a headache, like why my application is not running, although you have your own logs in your own application or that application. But we want to monitor and notify immediately when there is errors there. Then we can use this TSNotify application to notify us or your system administrator to quickly check this error, because in task scheduler there is always fixed error ID, or this is a fixed event ID. For example, this 322 is what they call is launch request ignored. That means there is a warning here, but prior to that warning, prior to the critical error, there are always a warning error. Like for example, in this case, there's a 322 event ID. After this, if still cannot resolve, it will be escalated to a higher critical error, which is your application, like critical error here already, no warning. So we can have this all these things, guys. So in our next video we will have this again. We will continue. Okay, guys, so see you in my next video. So keep tuning in here in Maharlikans Code. Thank you, and may God bless us all. Thank you, and bye bye.